Hello, folks. Welcome to yet another edition of Pantherology. Hope everybody's staying safe. And before we get into the Week 5 report card, go ahead and pound that like button, pound the subscribe button, comment down below. Let me know what you think at the end of the video. All right, so Panther Nation, Pantherologists, you know what it today is. It's Tuesday, which means it's time to review this Sunday's game as we break out our weekly report card grading both sides of the football offense and defense. And this one's a little bit more detailed in this one. So the first one is passing. I gave it an A-. Teddy Bridgewater is completing passes at an extremely high rate. So many that he has now moved up to second in the league in completion percentage at 73%. Now, on Sunday versus the Falcons, Bridgewater looked the most relaxed I have seen him in this offense since joining the Panthers. He had all day to throw and was not missing. He and Robbie Anderson are beginning to form a very dangerous connection that is already giving defenses headaches. Everyone likes to think of Bridgewater as just a dink and dunk quarterback, but he had a couple of nice throws down the field, including one to Anderson that he put right on the money down the sideline in tight coverage. Another positive in the passing game is the sudden emergence of wide receiver DJ Moore. In the past two games, Moore has caught 8 passes for a total of 142 yards and a touchdown. If he can continue to play at a high level, this will be a difficult offense to stop. Next is rushing. I gave it an A. Mike Davis went beast mode on Sunday. He ran hard, was not easy to bring down. He may not have had the ability to pop off multiple explosive plays in a single game, but he's good for at least one. He has carried the load quite nicely since Christian McCaffrey went out with an ankle injury. And if we're being honest here, he's playing well above the expectations. Now, the Panthers' final drive of the game, Davis ran the ball for 24 yards on 5 carries and helped drain the clock. He was a big part in the Panthers holding on to secure the victory, which is why he was awarded one of the game balls in the locker room. Blocking, I gave him an A-. In terms of pass protection, you can't ask for much more right for the second straight week. The offensive line did not allow a single sack. This marks the first time since 2011 that the Panthers' offensive line went back-to-back games without allowing a sack. As I mentioned before, Bridgewater had all day to throw, and there was never really any pressure generated from the Falcons at all. On the other hand, I felt like the run blocking could be a bit better. As a team, the Panthers rushed for an average of 4.6 yards per carry versus Atlanta, and if the right side of the line pulled quicker on a few occasions, Davis could have earned a couple of extra yards. At least from my perspective, it seemed to just be a lack of communication. When you have the right side of the line pulling and you have blitzers coming from the strong side, you have to make sure you get a hat on a hat and have everyone accounted for. The final drive of the game, when the Panthers were chewing off the clock, it seemed like that everything was clicking and was on the same page. Next is passing defense. I gave it a B-. No, I sound like a broken record player, but I'm still amazed by what this young secondary has been able to do through the first 5 weeks of the regular season. They held Matt Ryan to just 226 yards passing, and he finished the game with a QBR of just 38.6. Although they played well overall, they still need to limit big explosive plays. Wide receiver Calvin Ridley had a field day against this secondary, going for 136 yards on 18 receptions, averaging 17 yards per catch. There's no question that guys that have the talent that Ridley possesses are going to get their fair share of catches, but you have to limit the yards after the catch. So what made this grade jump from probably a C plus to a B minus was I deemed as the play of the game on the interception from Justin Burris in the end zone that preserved the lead. Atlanta was threatening to tie the game on that drive, and Burris slammed the door shut. Next, run defense. C minus. The Falcons' offensive line dominated for much of the afternoon. There were moments here and there where Carolina was able to shut things down quickly, but not often enough. Atlanta averaged 6.6 yards per carry as a team, and a lot of that has to do with not filling gaps, which all starts with the big guys up front. In the first quarter, it showed when Todd Gurley ripped off a 35-yard touchdown and went right through a gaping hole on the left side. So next one, pressure. I gave it an A minus. The Carolina front seven did a terrific job getting to Matt Ryan. And I thought it caused him to be under duress for much of the game. As a unit, the defense finished the game with 2 sacks, 4 quarterback hits, and a forced fumble that was nearly recovered for a scoop and score by safety Justin Burris. Edge rusher Brian Burns was very effective, notching 4 tackles, 1 tackle for a loss, 1 QB hit, and a forced fumble prior to being knocked out of the game as he went into concussion protocol. Effie Aboda and Marquise Haynes were also instrumental in applying pressure on Ryan and arguably had their best game of the season. So guys, that is my week 5 report card of the Carolina Panthers. Go ahead, click that like button, click the subscribe button if you have not. If you're new to the channel, if you're a Carolina Panthers fan, this is the channel for you. Guys, leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think of the report card. Panther Nation and Pantherologists, keep pounding.